1, 2, 3.
3. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children. Parents might die. Or just leave you. Welcome again to another after show of Gotham. I am Damon.
I'm Steve, and tonight's episode was murder.
Before we jump into it, I want to apologize to people at home. I said a lot of false information on the pilot review. I was under the influence of alcohol and misled with internet. I'm sure a lot of you have been there before. Maybe one or the other, misled by the internet or just heavily influenced by alcohol. But, boom, sober night. We just watched the second episode.
Which is called Selina Kyle.
Yes. Fitting, kind of.
Yeah. Although murder is much more fitting.
Yeah, everyone was dying. That makes it so gritty.
Yeah.
Like, they're really making Gotham dirty, and I'm like, yes, okay, I'm on board.
Like,
again.
at the end of last week's episode, I was not completely sold on the show, and I was like, I don't really know if the show's gonna be good now.
Yeah.
As soon as this episode started, I was like, I'm in.
Yeah, they were like, oh, talk. Person flying through a window. We're like, oh, fuck. They beat the shit out of little kids.
Yep.
That was cool.
It's like, can I say this?
We're gonna make people think weird thoughts of us? Because I'm like, yeah, I liked when the kids got the shit beat out of them. And we're puppets in the little slavery room.
But, compared to last week's episode, big jump forward.
Yeah, a lot more gunfights, more blood. As always, a lot more people dying. Penguin stepping up.
Yeah.
Penguin was brutal.
Yeah.
That was, I'm just enjoying a beer with my friends. Let's do it. And they're taking the other kid hostage. That was cool.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, all right, you fucked everything up, but I'm on board with the way you're fucking it up now.
It was funny when Penguin called the kid's parents. They thought he was kidding.
Yeah, must be a bad egg or whatever the hell they said. I'm liking the fact that they're using like older kind of catchphrases and stuff, you know, and like the way Fish Mooney's delivery, like even you've
that's the best thing I love about Jada Pinkett on this show. She talks so old school.
Yeah, she brings back a lot of the charismatic villains from, you know, not what the mainstream's used to right now.
Yeah.
Now it's just deep voices and fucking flash and bang.
Although Gordon sometimes has the raspy voice.
Yeah. But it's the time.
Yeah.
It's the what we have to deal with right now. But I don't know, little baby Bruce Wayne's kind of a little bitch. I mean, it's kind of cool. Like he's like, I'm testing myself. You're burning holes in your hand. Like what are you testing? Your threshold of pain?
Oh, that's funny too. Like they came back to the commercial break. He's just listening to like death metal in his headphones.
We both were just like, wait, what?
Just listening to death metal, drawing like bleeding faces on the newspaper.
Ghosts and shit. That was cool.
You're like, yeah, Bruce.
And I'm behind him again. I think every time we watch this, I'm like, I hate it. All right, I'm back.
Oh, yeah, I remember you said, like, all right. Because, like, very, like, first opening scene, like, the violence was so amped up from last week.
Yeah.
You were like, all right, this is how I'm going to forgive them for the timeline.
Oh, you're going to fuck characters' names up and move the timeline around? All right.
And I was like, oh, what's that? You're gonna stab people in the neck with bottles? You're gonna just blood everywhere? Okay. But so I guess we should do like last week, positives, negatives. So let's go with your positives.
I talked for like 2 hours last time.
Positive. Well, obviously all the violence.
Yeah.
Yeah, like compared to last week. Last week was very talk heavy because it was just setting up the series.
Establishing everybody.
Yeah. Well, then this one was just right off the bat, blood.
Gunfights.
Yep. And I was, oh shit. And again this week, I don't think she was in it as much as last week, but Jada Pinkett Smith.
Fish Mooney.
Nope. And this way, like she tries to be all, oh, I don't care about anyone.
Yep.
And then Falcone is just like, all right, let's beat up this guy over here.
And she's like, that's it, motherfucker. I've had enough of this shit. Get the fuck out of here. She cleared house with
Yep.
just like one yell, and I was like, all right.
It's like, that tells me you have power.
I was like, you have established dominance.
And Bullock, the guy who plays Bullock, was really good this week.
Yes.
As you know him as.
The father from Grounded for Life. And I will continue to say just that. I will not give...
Forever.
Yep, I will never tell you anything else. I will not even tell you his name from the show. That is just what I remember him by. Because I fucking love that show.
Yeah.
But I loved like all those sitcoms that got canceled around that same time, like Titus, and Greg the Bunny.
We had the best sitcoms.
I know, and nobody watched
I
them.
know.
They were all stuck on the 48th fucking season of Seinfeld to give a shit about the 8 o'clock run. We had such good ones.
Yeah, we did.
The Tick. It was a little earlier, but still, the Tick
It was a little earlier.
It was so good. But anyhow, not to reminisce on how Fox always on everything. But no, I so far I enjoy this show a lot. I want to keep watching it now.
Yeah, last week I was like, nope, we're not gonna like the show.
Nope.
This week I'm like, I'm gonna like this show.
I guess my overall, I already said it. I enjoyed it. I liked it. I like some of the character development. I'm really starting to get into.
Yeah,
now.
like you said, you kind of really liked Selina Kyle.
Oh yeah, like she's real slinky, and like it's nice seeing it as her from a kid growing up in like the streets and like having to survive, and like that's where she gets like her cat like abilities and shit like that, instead of how like we're shown in movie with Michelle Pfeiffer, where it was just like you got pushed out of a window because your boss said fuck you,
so now you're Catwoman,
and you land in cat litter, and you go home because you're a crazy cat lady, and cats lick your wounds, and then it becomes nimble. Like, I didn't know that was how it was. It was just in the DNA.
That's how everything goes. Don't you know that?
I know. Bit by a radioactive spider, you don't need glasses anymore.
Nope.
That's just how it goes. No, but I like the way that they're doing her, how they're like developing her as a child, being like that fucking sleuth. I don't really like the fact that she was like so quick to just give out information to the cops.
Right.
But at the same time, she is like fucking 10, 13.
Yeah.
So I can see where they're doing that and how she's setting herself up for her MO by going by the name Cat. But again,
that was my one negative. I was like,
why are you doing like you could have just went by Jane Doe again.
Yeah.
Because she's like, what's your name? Like, I'm not telling you. She's like, Jane Doe then. Like, tell the cops that, you know, instead of I'm Cat.
Yeah, that's my one negative. She's like, I'm Cat. I was like, no, you're not.
I like that she was doing it to like the kids and like the other people were like, oh, that's Cat. Like I enjoyed that aspect because that's like building her reputation in the city. So when it comes to the point where she's in her 20s, 30s, she's out there as Catwoman, people are like, oh, I heard that motherfucker. I ain't gonna fuck with her. She's over here. No. She can have my jewels.
And I was like, my Cat. You don't get Cat out of anywhere in Selina Kyle.
No, but she's slinky.
Yeah, she's slinky.
And the way she's nimble and shit.
Yeah, I get that, but
and, like, her fear of dogs. They show the dog, and she's like...
That's funny, though. The dog's like, you're a cat!
Oh, that was you this time.
I didn't touch the fucking thing.
So, yes. Selina Kyle, done right. I enjoy it so far. We'll see how it goes. Penguin also. I was like...
Yeah, he was hardly in this episode, but he was good when he was in it.
As soon as they show him, I'm like, murder. And he just breaks that bottle and stabs the passenger in the neck.
Blood all over.
And I'm like, yes. They show Penguin's mom.
Yeah. Who looks like she's out of a Tim Burton movie.
Yep. And I was like, alright, I'll go with that, because he's a creepy little fuck. Making him walk like a penguin, like he's got a dead foot, you know, it was like kind of stretching it at first, but I was like, I'll...
Because like that happened out of nowhere too. Like he walked fine in the first episode, then like he got shot and pushed in the water. He's like, my leg's bad.
No, but I mean, even at the end of the first episode, they remark on him walking like a penguin.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what the... Every time they've shown him, he's not walked that way. And now, like, he's tired, so he walks like a penguin.
And I was like, oh, has anyone told you you look like a penguin? He's like, yeah.
Murder! Another character that I like the way that he's acting. I just don't like how they fit him into the story. Edward Nigma.
Yeah.
Like how they're setting up the Riddler.
Yeah, he was very awkward in this episode, just like having been there like that.
Which I liked.
Yeah.
Like I like the way he is on the show, like how he acts.
Right.
I just don't like him being a cop already.
Yeah.
You know, I want it because that makes him so much older than Batman, and that honestly upsets me because it's like it'd be like Batman finally hits puberty and Nigma's got a fucking salt and pepper beard and shit. He's like, oh, it'll be this Batman. I'll get you one for you. Nursing age. Fucking walk around with instead of the cane, he's got a walker that's got the question marks on there. No, but I mean, I like the way that I like the way he's acting.
Right.
As him. It's kind of like the Jim Carrey style mixed with shit from the 60s.
Oh God. Yeah, I don't know his name.
It'll come to me. We'll keep talking.
Just been saying, so what's this, guys?
But yeah, so he's good. Yeah, he's good. Who else was in this episode that we saw? We briefly see Ivy Pepper again, and I'm like, fuck you! She was one of the kids, wasn't she?
No.
You saw a straggly little red.
No, because remember
kid.
she lives with her mom.
Oh, true. Then it was just another straggly looking
Yep.
red-haired kid right in the front of the stage.
But yeah, the two villains in this episode.
Brutal.
Yeah.
That's another thing that kind of kept
Did they
me
ever
going.
give them names?
I didn't hear anything.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. I was wrong last time. It's not going to be a reoccurring thing, I swear.
Every week, just wrong.
That's kind of what it's going to be like that.
But yeah, no, I don't think they had names in this. Like, they didn't give them any names, but they were fucking brutal.
Yeah.
And the one guy, I can't remember his name or what I know him from, but he's in everything.
Oh, as the main villain man?
Yeah.
Yeah. He is in everything.
What do I know him from?
He looks like one of the Raimi brothers.
Yeah, he's not a Raimi, though.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Yeah,
like,
he looks like he could be like Ted Raimi or something.
Yeah. Discount Ted Raimi.
Discount Ted Raimi. Yes.
That is who you are now, sir. But you were a fantastic villain.
Oh yeah, him and the woman who played his wife, I guess, in this.
Oh, she was creepy.
Yeah.
And she was just like,
and she talked like all proper and everything.
She always had like that fucking rigid back, and her hair was always tight.
Like when they finally got to the pharmacy, and she just came running, she's like, "Oh hi, how you doing?" I was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa."
It was weird. So yeah, those characters are. I think all the characters are starting to, open a little bit more.
Like I didn't really.
In a good way.
Yeah, like I didn't really have a negative for this week's episode. The only one was for some reason I just didn't like Selina Kyle being like, "I'm Cat." I'm like, no.
Yeah. I liked her saying that and like getting the reputation until she was talking to Gordon.
Yeah, she's like, "I'm Cat."
I like how she played the whole like, if you don't get me, Gordon, I'm gonna tell him you touched me.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't kind of like that either. She's like, "Oh, I'll say you touched me." I was like, "Oh, whoa." It's kind of a little.
I liked it because it shows like I don't give a fuck about you. I don't care about the police force. I don't care about none of this. She's like, I want what I want, and I want out.
Right.
She's like very, fight or flight. I did dig that. That's kind of another part of like her character. I was like, I don't really mind it.
What did you think of Alfred in this episode?
I don't like it.
No?
I don't like him.
Not a fan of the Alfred in this?
Nope. It's too much kind of like the Dark Knight trilogy kind of Alfred for me.
Right.
Where it's like a stricter Alfred instead of like you give Bruce whatever the fuck he wants.
Right.
Oh, he's hurting himself. Let him hurt himself. He'll be okay.
Like, I like the moments where like he actually like snaps at Bruce. I'm like, eh.
You dumb little bastard! He
just comes in, he's like, let me see your hand. There's like a big burn on it. He's like, you motherfucker! Just grabs him by the throat. He just grabs him by the throat, about to kill him. He's like, oh, it's okay. It's okay.
I'll scare you straight, you stupid bastard.
Like, those moments I like, but yeah, the rest of the time I'm just like, yeah.
I just don't like how he's portrayed in the show.
Right.
But I have a different preference on Alfred.
Right. But, like I said, my one main positive was, again, Jada Pinkett Smith as Mooney.
Mm.
But, another one was right across from her, Falcone.
Yeah.
He's fucking good in this. The guy who
Yeah.
plays Falcone.
I kind of want to see where the rivalry is going to go,
Yeah.
and like now you can tell Fish Mooney is going to start rising.
Because, like,
up.
they had the scene like, Fish is like, I'll play nice for now and bide my time and be loyal. But soon!
She's like, I'll claw that motherfucker's eyes out, and then in the next scene, Selina Kyle rips the guard's
Oh, that was
eyes
brutal,
out.
too. Like,
His side's just
Yeah.
torn, and then the other one's out.
The guard just comes in, he's like, oh, she clawed me. So the crazy woman's like, just let me see. Takes his hands down, this eye's missing. This one has the 3 deep-ass cuts going. I was like, oh!
Again, and you didn't like her being called Cat?
This is...
That was like...
No, I didn't.
That's like what my cat does to me. You didn't give me the right food.
And that part, too, though, that had like a really cool, creepy moment for the girl villain.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, it's okay, everything's gonna be fine. Just points the gun at him. Gun's empty or
She's
jams. And the guy's just like, what was that? He's like, oh, no, it's fine. Just 1 minute. Boom! Like, everyone on the show so far, in this episode anyway, like, everyone on the show is on point with all their characters.
Yeah. Everybody's really putting forth an effort
Yeah.
to this, so it's not just like another failed show.
Yeah, this
it was
one...
like, oh, this is a great idea, and then...
And then unlike, like, even though Arrow can be, like, they have great fight scenes and all that, but they're not really, like, that bloody on Arrow.
Oh, they're not bloody at all.
Yeah, this one, they're like, blood.
This is Fox.
CW won't have this.
Kiss my ass. It's 8 o'clock. Put them bitches to bed. It's murder on the streets of Gotham.
Kids are just going to school the next day. They're like, Timmy, what's wrong? There was so much blood.
It's just terrified kids sitting in school, like, listening to their teacher.
It's like, what were you watching? Batman?
They start talking about the Revolutionary War and like, the body count, and people are like, oh my god, so much death in the world. We're gonna have a fucked up new generation.
The people that grow up with this show as like, oh, this is the show, this is their origins. Like, not really, but okay, whatever.
It's just gonna plunge Batman darker than he ever needs to be. But we'll be sitting on rockers when that shit happens. Like, I can remember back when Adam West ran around with dish boys.
Everyone would be like, oh, it's nothing but blood and guts now.
Oh,
Like,
shut up, Grandpa, you little...
And I'll just be like, remember when Kevin Conroy? They're like, Kevin Conroy was brutal. I know, but there still wasn't that much blood.
He wasn't brutal. He had the right delivery.
He did. Kevin Conroy's the best.
Yes. He is the voice of Batman.
He is.
And always will be the voice of
That's
Batman.
why anytime I see any, like, cartoons or video games where he's not the voice, I'm like, it's not right.
Yeah. That was my big thing with Origins.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to
The
play
guy
as
did
Batman.
pretty good, like, imitation of him, though.
Yeah. Just like how fucking...
Troy Baker did really good Hamill.
He did a decent Hamill. He did a better Hamill than anybody else has.
Yeah.
That's, I mean...
And
and fucking Arkham Knight, that's coming out never.
don't forget, everyone, Arkham Knight is just the Joker under there.
He's been saying it for 2 years.
I swear to God, it's gonna happen.
Well, I mean, I love how they're like, he's not a part of it at all.
Yeah, as soon as-
and I'm like, stop telling me
Yeah, as soon
that.
as they were, the first time they were like, oh, it's a completely original character. And I was like, yeah, I'll buy that now. Like, if you didn't tell me that, I would believe it.
Saying Arkham Knight is a completely original character makes me think that the Arkham Knight is, but his secret identity isn't.
Yeah.
That's all it makes
Yeah.
me think that it's someone who we all know.
Yeah, then, like, every interview
Because
since then.
why the fuck would you create an all-new character who no one loves?
Yeah.
Because you're not going to be like, oh man, I really want Batman to take him down, or I actually feel what he's going through.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was like Azrael underneath it, he's like, hey, I finally got this shit figured out, and Batman's a good idea and all, but remember when I did it? Yeah, no, I'm gonna do it a little different now. Like, and I'd be like, holy fuck! Arkham Knight, yes! Like, Azrael, he's the beast. And I hated people who were like, oh, it's fucking Red Hood, it's Red Hood, he's got guns. No, motherfucker, everyone has guns in Batman, except for Batman. And then they made him a fucking DLC now? Or,
Yeah.
I don't know, the pictures I saw look kind of professional. Like, I don't
he
think that
definitely is in, but now him and like the whole Harley Quinn DLC story stuff, I think like they pretty much confirmed now it's just like challenge maps.
Yeah, like what we're used to.
Yeah.
Or you'll get like the 5-second story.
Yeah.
Like how you had in Harley Quinn's Revenge where you got to play as Robin.
Right.
Which I love. That's my favorite part of that game still.
Yeah. We're back to Gotham.
It's Batman related.
I know, but still.
Gotham, yes. Characters, we gave an overall, we gave a rundown,
Yeah, like,
show.
Last week's episode of like our review of our after show was so long because we just had so much to bitch about.
Yeah, we were drunk too.
Yeah, we were all
I was very drunk.
Yeah. He was drunk, I was buzzed. Was I drinking? I think I was, yeah. And then, like, pretty much the whole show, we were just bitching about, like, oh, the show's gonna suck from now on.
And I said so many wrong things.
But now, this week, like, this whole show was, like, really fucking good. There wasn't many negatives at all.
No, not at all. Like, it really put faith into the show for me.
Yeah.
Like, for a while, I was like, okay, I know I'm gonna want to watch Arrow, because I just finished season 2.
Yeah.
And I know I was looking forward to that and doing that after show. And The Flash, I'm still like, it's fucking Flash.
I think it'll be...
It's going to be a good show.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, I just gotta fucking fall in love with a new character. That's all I gotta do. The Arrow wasn't hard because I liked the Green Arrow.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the Trick Arrows. Fucking...
Still waiting for the fucking boxing glove arrow.
They actually, in the behind the scenes thing on the season 2, they make fun of that as their opening thing. They're like, yeah, we took like the Green Arrow, like the boxing glove, and we just made him more realistic in the first season. And I'm like, realistic? He murders everyone.
That's realistic.
Yeah. But then they describe like why he's changing and how he started out the way he did. That's a different show, and that's going to be a different after show. So we'll also have to look forward to us talking about more things.
Yep. But when they showed the coming up next week part of this,
it was just shot.
Well, the one shot I was really interested in was like they show like the one guy just like floating up. He got tied to a balloon.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
I was like, I want to know. Like, is this part of a new killer? What's going on? Now what's this?
Most likely.
I was like, who does that?
I'm pretty happy.
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy about where it's going. It's a very, very gritty cop show.
Yeah, I'm very much a 180 from how I felt last week.
Yeah. See what happened to Sober Minds. Sober Minds, we adapt more.
Sober Minds and better episodes.
Yeah, well, it was a pilot.
Yeah, but still.
They had to fit a lot of ideas into one thing, so that it was designed for talking.
Right.
Now they can just be like, action, 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 and here's a little bit of this, action, action. Which, it's not all action.
But there was a lot of it this episode.
It may not all be gunfights and people going through windows, but damn well there's a lot of that. So yeah, honestly, you guys should check it out.
Yeah, if anyone hasn't watched it yet, just fucking watch it. I'm pretty sure by tomorrow or sometime this week it'll be on the.
By the time you can watch this, you can illegally download it too, probably.
Yeah, well, don't say that.
What? No, I'm not telling you to. I'm just saying that.
I'm just saying that there's that option.
The internet's a big thing. There's all kinds of shit on there. It's probably up there right now.
I wonder if Fox puts their episodes up right away.
Might have some of that shit going on.
Right.
Check out Hulu. Maybe they have it. I'll have to do that too.
It'll be up soon somewhere.
And if not, you just go to if you have a cable company that has your on demand.
Yeah.
Definitely, it's probably on there.
So, yeah.
So I guess we'll end this.
I know we're not going to drag this out any more than we need to, unlike last time.
No. We're going to try to keep these short, sweet, right to the point for you. This has been the Gotham, episode 2, After show, Selina Kyle. I am Damien.
I am Steve.
And thank you for watching.